Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, wonderful podcast listeners. It's Erick Erickson here. This is just for you guys because there are a couple things I need to let you know. One, the podcast is coming, but here's the deal. When I hired Charlie and Philip, they have complained relentlessly over the years that I do everything. I'm a control freak and I let nothing go. So I let the podcast production go. I can upload an audio file, but as for actually doing the podcast, nope, can't do it. I can't. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to editing and posting the podcast. And so Philip decided he needed a week off to celebrate his birthday. What sort of millennial trash is this? A week celebration for a birthday? Good Lord. But he is. He doesn't come back till Monday. And then Charlie decided he needed to go off to the woods and satisfy his bloodlust and kill something. So he's in a deer stand somewhere, I imagine, or he's got some clever excuse to be in the woods away from his family and the rest of us, and even cell service. So he can't post the podcast. I don't know what I'm doing. And about 1,000 of you, it is over 1,000 people now when this happens, email and say, what's this? What's wrong? I can't get the podcast. You're going to get the podcast. When he comes out of the woods, has satiated his bloodlust, is done killing things, and he has cell service, I promise you, he'll put up the podcast. Now, there's something else you must know. This is very important. We have moved to a new podcast service. This podcast service is embedding garbage advertisements for like abortion and gay stuff, and we're trying to figure out how to turn that stuff off. I guarantee you it's by design. They're doing this to annoy me. I haven't figured out how to turn these ads off yet. As soon as I do, I will, because I don't want these ads. I don't want to take these people's money. But in the meantime, I've already gotten complaints from some of you, and I'm sorry. It's a new service. It's a better service. But it's a service where we're having trouble figuring these things out. We'll get them, I promise. In the meantime, please don't email me about the podcast, because I promise you're going to get the podcast. You're just not going to get it from me, because they made me give this stuff up so that I could focus on the show. Y'all, I got a finance guy now. I got the guy who manages the books for the company. I've got Philip and Charlie doing all this stuff. They made me delegate everything. I'm like a clueless kid now. I'm like a Gen Zer. But I can do the show. I can keep you entertained. But as for all the business side of it, no, that's outside my wheelhouse now. But I figured out how to upload this. I do know computers. I could get this done so that I could tell you, one, we'll figure out the ad thing. I'm sorry. I don't like them either. And two, I promise you will get the podcast. Please don't email me. Please don't. Y'all have no idea how many people. It's over 1,000 people. Okay, all that said, while you're listening to this, I'm driving, stuck in traffic, headed to my wife's strongman competition, which is Saturday morning. So I wish her luck, prayers appreciated. You guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to y'all next week.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.